Hey, what's up guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Hsbro Pulse exclusive Marvel Legends Spider-Man 90s Animated Series 2-pack of Spider-Man vs. the Vulture. Now this 2-pack set, there's a lot of controversy over the Spider-Man. The Vulture looks unquestionably cool. I cannot wait to open this. The Spider-Man, however, the closest thing we have to a Spider-Man like this is the negative or the stealth suit version of the Fantastic Four Future Foundation Spider-Man, which did not get raving reviews by me or anybody else really, but that one had pin joints. This one will have pinless joints. We'll see if that makes a difference. Anyway, on the side of the packaging, you can see both characters, and then very cool thing with these VHS packages, you can see it says Spider-Man, Marvel's Vulture. And then on the back, you get product shots of both figures right over there. You get that animated Spider-Man logo on the top. Not much more at the bottom. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. And if you're trying to get your other Marvel Legends, you can do so.
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here are the figures out of the packaging. And I gotta say, this is a pretty fun set. This is a better 2-pack compared to some of the other VHS 2-packs. And I gotta say, I do like the figures. However, I do have issues with both of them. The Spider-Man figure, it's not my favorite Spider-Man figure, so let's just get that out of the way. It's not my favorite contemporary Hsbro Spider-Man figure, and we'll get into my reasons why. The Vulture figure is cool. I did play with the wings, putting them on the wrong way on purpose. I kind of like them like that a little bit more, but it's, you know, to each their own with the wings, right? Right? Anyway, let's get a closer look at these figures. Go ahead and start with the Vulture. Here's looking at the recharged younger Toomes head sculpt over here, and it does look pretty good. I think they did a great job with this. I am seeing marbling in the plastic in the very front. That does bug me, but I think the sculpt of the face, paint applications on the face look good. The hair is wafting all back over here. Very bird-like. I think that works. I don't like the neck, though. Well, let's get a look at the back of the head. I'm getting ahead of myself. Again, a little bit more swirling in the plastic. But overall, not too bad. The neck does look a little long, and I think maybe they sculpted it that way so that you can get it looking up. With having this much hair behind him, I think that's a fairly good range of movement. We'll get into the articulation more because this is a brand new head or a body sculpt all the way through and through. Unless I'm wrong about that, I'm fairly certain I'm right because I'm not seeing familiar parts. But here's our aged Toomes head, and that one looks all right. Not my favorite though. Some of these wrinkles, I mean, he needs to look wrinkled, but I don't know. Maybe more fine wrinkles going on here. Definitely not my favorite Toomes head sculpt, but, you know, glad that it came with the figure for sure. This one you could get looking up more so we could at least get the head articulation out of the way for the review. But, you know, with this particular design, I like having the younger head sculpt on here. That's just my preference. And you can see that the torso is new. I don't think they reused stuff from other figures over here. The arms look new. We have these ports right over here that I guess this could have been from a Falcon figure, but other than that, I think, you know, we're looking at new stuff through and through. Don't tell me this came from Falcon. I'll do comparisons in a little bit, but this looks new to me. He does come with a set of fist hands, and he also comes with a set of clawing hands over here too, which look really nice. So I do like those, and I do like that metallic sheen that we see in the plastic. Again, a little bit of swirling. We're going to see more of that, so you don't have to hear me say it every time. But these shoulder pads look very clean. I like the sculpt right here for this armor on the chest. The abs look good and everything. Nice little pocket gun, but you can't remove it. Pocket gun, yeah. And then here's looking at the back of the figure. You can see how I have the wings ported in right there. We've seen these wings before. I like how there's a little bit of a translucency to them, but not totally though. They're more opaque than anything. They do fall off fairly easy though, so just be mindful of that. You'll see that during the articulation segment. And then here's the belt, looking pretty damn sweet. I like the yellow paint right there. The colors look good. I'm glad that they stopped doing the cell shading thing because that just was really bad. But the legs look new to me. I thought at first maybe they retooled them from somewhere else. And then this looks pretty dope. These are sculpted on here so they don't shift up and down. So that's pretty neat. Did they make this in a way where... How did they... Yeah, it's rotating with the thigh. At first I thought it wasn't. But so when you turn the thigh around, it'll rotate with it. And yeah, pretty cool. I think they did a good job with these. I like that. And then pinless double jointed knees. And then, yeah, this looks new to me. I don't think we've seen these before. I like how the feet came out here too. Nice sturdy feet, and you get peg holes right there. So before getting on to the Spider-Man figure, I wanted to look at this Flash Thompson head, and yeah, I already put it on my Agent Venom figure. I hope we get a new Agent Venom figure from Hsbro. That'd be pretty sweet, but I do like this Flash head. It looks really good, man. Sorry for the construction noise in the back, but I can't help it. And the eyes look really good. I think the paint on the face, there's just a subtle amount of paint on here, on the cheeks. Mouth paint looks pretty good too. Really like the hair, so yeah, I'm happy we got this with the figure. And we also get a Peter Parker head, and I have that on the Spider-Man figure as well. You could put the Flash Thompson head on here also. I think it happened in the comics as well as the show, where Spider-Man needed Flash's help. He had Flash impersonate him. He'd picked up an extra Spider-Man suit from a Halloween store and had Flash wear it for him. But anyway, here's a Peter Parker head, and it's the same one that we'd seen last time with the Peter Parker and Smythe figure. So you can see, same exact sculpt, but the paint applications are different. I think I like this one more. It has a little bit more of a pinkish hue in it. This one looks a little bit more pale, a little bit more plasticky, I guess. I don't know. But it's the same sculpt for sure. Just slightly different paint applications. Then you get this Spider-Man head, which I really do like a lot. I think this looks great. Yeah, I like the big eyes right over here. Reminds me of the animated show. I think they nailed it with this head right here. So this is probably one of the better Spider-Man heads. I really do like it a lot. And you can get him looking up very far with that ball joint. We'll get into the articulation just a little bit. But yeah, this updated Sunfire body mold has this huge gappage right over here on the shoulders. And it doesn't really look great. And I can't back it up for the dynamic poses because it also looks weird in the dynamic poses. So we'll get into the articulation later on. But yeah, that does look odd. If they could have shifted those upward. I know you guys have heard Anthony's Customs talk about it a whole bunch. But yeah, I have to back up that point. You know, these should be higher up. But I do like the paint applications. They look pretty clean. Kind of like it when the cobweb pattern goes up against the spider more so than leaving a gap around it. So that's not my preference there. But I do like this matte red, and the blue looks really good. So the choice for these colors are pretty nice. And you can see we get the pinless joints here for the Sunfire body mold. He does have a set of thwipping hands. See the fist right over there. And he comes with a set of grabbing hands, but no wall crawling hands, which is a huge bummer. Now he does come with this brand new loose mask. I guess that's why he was included the web grabbing hands instead of the wall crawling hands. But yeah, I would have preferred to have wall crawling hands than, I guess, the whole maskless feature. But there you go, he could hold his mask, but unfortunately, he can't climb walls anymore! Oh, Spidey! Yeah, that's the second time they've done that with an animated Spider-Man where they left out wall-crawling hands. So, I do think it is a violation, Hsbro. Come on! Second time you did that, did it in 2020, doing it again in 2024. But yeah, you can see the big fat spider logo here looks pretty good. It's mostly going all the way through, tiny bit of gappage right here at the end, but we do get a great range of movement for those butterfly joints. There's a spider butt, and then, yeah, not a whole lot more paint apps to look at over here. Legs look pretty good, nice looking cobweb pattern, no shading on the blue sections, but the pinless makes it look alright, and you get peg holes. So I went over the head articulation with Vulture over here, and you're going to see the wings pop off again. But yeah, you can get these moving up and out at about 90 degrees with the shoulders. You can move inward that much, and there they go. Move forward, and you can move back. Okay, gripe with this Vulture figure, though, is I wish they had the shoulder pads moving around with the shoulder, because you can't really get both arms facing forward too well. That's the best I could really do, but I'm warping that plastic like crazy. So if they had a hinge or something to help this move up and down a whole lot better than it does, that would have been great. But I feel like I'm kind of ripping the plastic right now, so be wary doing that. A bicep swivel. You have the pinless double jointed elbows, and the wrist turn side to side, hinge up and down. You get the U-joint ab crunch, moves forward and back. Cut at the waist right there below the belt. Then the hips move outward that far. You can get them kicking forward a bit and back a little bit. Upper thigh cut. Pinless double jointed knees, and then you get the ankles that move down, up, and we have the beautiful ankle pivot. Now, the Sunfire body mold over here, it's what we expected, so I'm not going to go through this thoroughly, but I do want to mention that I have a hip that comes off easily. Well, it's not happening right now. damn it. All right, so I feel like an idiot. I feel like it's this side. Well, okay. I thought I would get it to pop off by getting it into a pose, but I guess, I don't know, maybe it just took that one particular pose I was doing for the leg to pop off. I did notice I got a little bit of scuffage on the top of the thighs right over here. If you apply heat from a hair dryer, that works out pretty well. I guess if you boil, hot water works too, but that would take away some of the scuffage from moving these upward. I kind of missed the drop down hip feature a little bit on this figure. Now to measure out these two figures, you can see the Vulture is standing just a little over that 6.5 inch mark right there, and you can see Spider-Man is just a little bit under the 6.5 inch mark. Then for a quick Vulture comparison, you can see our classic Vulture over here next to our animated Vulture, and I gotta say, I do prefer having this figure. I want the classic one on the shelf, but as a figure overall, this is a better figure by far. There's just so much more sculpted work going on here and more paint, and yeah, it's a better figure overall, but I still prefer this classic one for the shelf, of course. And just to see a head swap really quick, I don't know, it'd be kind of fun. The younger head on this one right here if you wanted to. The aged tombs on this one. Hey, that does, God, these pop off so easy, but yeah, that doesn't look too awful. Yeah, I'm glad I did this head swap. Then for a Hsbro animated Spider-Man figure comparison, you can see we have our 2020 retro card, and we have our Walmart exclusive version, thanks again Alpha Magnus, and then we have our latest VHS 2-pack version. And I will say I do think the Walmart exclusive is the best one out of these three. And then here's the new VHS Spider-Man next to my two favorite Spider-Mans in my Hsbro Spider-Man figure collection. We have the Renew Your Vows body mold, and then we have the first appearance repainted by yours truly. And yeah, I guess this would be my third. I really do like the colors, though. I really like that blue. It's a good-looking figure, man. It just doesn't have the same articulation or as good articulation as we get on these two figures over here. Kind of want to do a head swap. Oh, that looks hair. God, that's awful. Man, this one looks okay on here. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad at all. I like this new head sculpt a lot. Just want to see the first appearance Spider-Man head on here in case you thought that other one was too big, which I didn't think that. I tend to. And there's that new head on the first appearance body. So if you want to see that, there that goes. I don't know. The first appearance head on this body doesn't look, it's too small. No, it's definitely way too small. Oh, and while we're doing head swaps, I did want to show off the figure with the Peter Parker head that it comes with, so we could at least see that on there, and it looks pretty cool. And then here's Flash Thompson again, but on the Agent Venom body. But I did want to see how Flash's head looked on this figure as well, and it ports on there just fine. So that looks pretty good. And then by membership request, we have this head sculpt on the Captain America body mold. Was that Colt Kid? Did you ask for this, or was that Panda? I'm sorry, you guys. Per request of the Breakfast Crew, this looks pretty good. It's not as blonde as I'd like to see Captain America's hair to be, but I think that does work all right. Then I wanted to see how Flash's head looked on this Dusty body, because I remember reading the book where he serves in the Iraq War and everything, and I thought this would look pretty... it's not fitting on there properly. They have a dumbbell joint right over there, but I think you could... Nah, that neck is too long. Then here's the Spider-Man and Vulture figures. Next to your average 6-inch scale figure, we have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Whoa, cool big green wings. Hey, I want to fly. Can I borrow those wings, huh? Just let me... Oh! And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, well, just take your thumb and just rub it right over onto that like button and press down, would you? It does help this channel. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Am I getting too descriptive with the thumbs and the like buttons? Are you liking that, huh? Just shove your thumb right up that like button. All right. I'm having fun saying it. I hope you're having fun hearing it. If not, let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, I also want to know what you guys think of these figures. At the end of the day, I think these are pretty good. I do like this set. Actually, I think this is one of the better 2-packs. The Vulture figure, aside from having a little bit of an extra long neck, I think they really nailed it. I like it a lot. Now, yeah, the wings can pop off on me a little bit easier than I'd like them to. That issue was there before I even got the figure, right? With the other Vulture and Falcon figures, I've had that happen to me. But so I'm not really that upset about it because I was kind of expecting that, but it is still frustrating. So that part bums me out. But aside from that, I don't think those qualms are hurting the figure at all. I still really like this Vulture figure a lot. I want to see if I could maybe still get him up on the shelf just because I really like the figure a lot. The Spider-Man figure, I actually do love this Spider-Man figure. It's just not my favorite one. I do think the other offerings like Renew Your Vows and First Appearance are definitely better than this one for sure. In the Walmart exclusive animated, definitely a better figure. Does it beat the retro card figure from 2020? I don't know about that one. I think this one might be a better figure than that. If I had to pick between those two, I think I'm leaning with this one. So that's the real question. Is it this VHS 2-pack Spidey or the animated series Spider-Man from 2020? Which of those two would you prefer? Neither of them have wall crawling hands. I think it's a fair debate. I might make a whole video just on that. Who knows? But anyway, at the price point of around $55, I think is what I paid for this 2-pack set. I'm gonna give this a Sun rating of...
I love it!
And I'd like to know what you guys think. So again, I will read the comments. Leave your comment down below. If you want to see the latest in Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on whatnot. And I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.